We're not borrowing that again, by the looks of it.
Cheers. So your first ever one?
Yeah.
Nice. Enjoy.
We are 6 minutes away from delivering 10,000 pounds worth of check. Stop,
We're not borrowing that again, by the looks of it.
Cheers. So your first ever one?
Yeah.
Nice. Enjoy.
We are 6 minutes away from delivering 10,000 pounds worth of check.
Hello. How are we doing? Monday drawer. Little bit behind in the behind the scenes because we may or may not have been dealing with some idiots in the background. It's been a fun old day, but it is what it is. So yeah, me and Ray are probably gonna be frantically listing comps after this pre-live. How's everybody? Nicola, what's up? Lisa, Andy, what's up? Matthew, Sophie, Dan, Mike, Ruth. Anyone else? Jace, Paul. I think so far everyone. Anybody who's watching or lurking, huge warm welcome to a pre-live here. Com City, so pre-lives are for me to have a little chin wag with you guys, let you know what's ending, show you what's on the site, let you know you can enter if you're new here, all that good stuff, so you'll have a good feel for what we are, who we are, when we are in a moment. Should be good. Oh no! That's cool though. I just clicked, so you bought a car and you haven't done your driving test yet. That's cool. And where did I see? Did you drop a message? I feel like you dropped a message, but I've been away, so I've sort of not been on my phone as much. Yes, you did. So I've not had a chance to reply yet. So I was actually leaving early hours Friday morning, drove to Rotterdam to watch Electric Callboy, which were absolutely immense. Probably one of the best gigs I've ever seen. I'm just opening your message now. Check has arrived. Figured I'd stick in what I've won. The photos. If you want anything different, let me know. But looking at these, nah, that's fine. Although people may think you've won a car. We did used to do cars, but that's still a cool photo. And mate, good luck on your next test. Have you got a free retest? They sometimes do that. You might have to pay for the rental of the car if it's still the same as when I passed mine, which is good. That's awesome though. That is awesome. I've never been, but I really enjoyed it. Rotterdam's a beautiful place. There's a couple of traditional places I noticed there, but I wasn't expecting to be so modern in certain bits, but it was actually quite nice. The architecture and stuff is really cool. I'd like to go back and kind of explore certain bits, but I was mainly there for a gig, and yeah, I had a really good time. Such a good vibe out there. Wicked company, wicked gig. It was good. Oh man, unlucky dude. It sucks. So what else did I see? Someone chatting about Andy. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thought I'd say Manchester City have spent $500 million since January 2025. Oh, it's in the football team. Half a Fredo, lad, Mike. That's a Rama. Okay, Matthew, I'll leave that one with you. I'm not going to read that one. Oi, Steve-O! How are we doing? Yeah, I definitely there, and I think the beauty of it as well. I definitely want to do more of Europe because it's such an easy place to drive. How you doing, Ryan? You good? Quite a long drive, obviously. It's like what from where I am, it's about 4 and a bit hours to Folkestone, and then you get on the Le Shuttle, and then it was about 3 hours 15 to get from Calais to Rotterdam. Then, but yeah, it was good. It was good. Seeking the dark with my sister and our kids. Whiplash, what did you do? You didn't run into like a doorway or something? Jade, how we doing? Let's have a look. I've had a bit of sweet news today. My dog, who we had put in the rescue last week, has been adopted to a lovely home. And today, over the moon, she's got such a good home. She's a collie and going on a big farm, Macclesfield. Oh, that is definitely bittersweet. I'm glad that you found the dog a home. That's lush. Going to do a UK tour at some point. We're going to do a UK tour. Oh, so you're going to be driving around the UK, you mean? Yeah. Yep. We've done a couple of pet stuff. We've done like cat stuff as well, Matthew. I don't know if you're here for that. I don't think so. If you're requiring, we did like a big cat tower thing. We've done dog beds and stuff. And what's crazy for such a community that loves animals, they didn't perform that well. But we can try stuff again. We can try some other bits. And Steve, I've been good, man. I've been good. I fell out of a highest place. Fell on my neck. Got weird on the way down. Wow, Gemma, I hope you feel better soon. That's commitment. I feel that is commitment. Don't know what our next dog will be. Facebook screwed you. I saw a pot. I didn't really register, I'll be honest. I saw something about you don't have this feature available or something, but that might have been the fact that Ray would have turned comments off mine. So there was a certain point that Ray would have turned comments off for the last comment challenge. Oh, I do like a Rottweiler. Oh, Cross of St. Bernard. God, that would be the sloppiest dog ever. Ever. How you doing, Keith? You good? Anybody else? Anybody else? I think I've caught up with everything here. Hey guys, going for a nap now so I can watch later, as it's usually my bedtime. Carl, no worries, buddy. We'll catch you in a bit. Have a good nap. Wish I could join you. I'm slightly tired. Quite quick. Giggity, giggity. Giggity, giggity. Alright, chat. I'm going to get into the introductions then. So I need to obviously get through the pre-live. I need to try and list some competitions in the background so we can get some stuff sorted for switch over. And there's like a hair or something in my eye. Sorry, I think I've got it now. How are we doing, Ray? You good? Are you good? Chat. So real life time. So if first and foremost Comp City is new to your screen, I'll run through who we are, what we are, etc. So you get a feel for what we do here. But if you haven't guessed already, we are a competition website. We're based in Newport, South Wales. We've been going for a little over 5 years now, so well established within this industry. And every single prize chat that you see on the website that you can enter has a guaranteed draw, regardless of how good or bad a comp does. They'll always go ahead. We never extend here. We never roll over. If a comp's not performing that well, for example, these PCs have absolutely incredible odds. One's for 5p, one's for 40.99, one's a 5060 Ti or 800 quid cash. The other's a 5070 gaming PC or £1,000 cash. But really, I think there's 240 total tickets. Yeah, 240 total tickets. So a 1 in 240 chance of those, depending on how many tickets you grab. We got our GameCube stuff as well. So yeah, I'll do a full breakdown of what's ending and etc. in a second. Again, if we're new to your screen, this is the team. So you've got myself and Ray, we're the owners and directors of Comp City Giveaways. We've got Mum, aka Candy, as our customer services manager, and then we've got Chris, our operations manager. And between those two on the end, they're the ones that you'll primarily deal with to have your prizes sent out to you. And Mum, aka Candy, is the one that will get a lot of your cash payments across to you and liaise with you in our business suite, so on Facebook and Instagram, as well as our emails, as I say. So a lot of you would have had the pleasure to deal with her. And then Chris is there, so every post live draw, so once we've done a live draw, Chris emails all of our winners the following day, and also is the one that deals getting the physical prizes ordered to you or sent to you from our stock, if we've got it. So that's the team. So we're a family-run business, which is also really cool. It's absolutely crazy that I'm working with my best mate, who's technically a brother, Chris, who's technically a brother, and Mum. Absolutely insane. Privileged to be able to have this company with my best mate. And what I like to say, I haven't done it for a little while, probably a week or two now, but it's always extending a thank you to you guys. At the end of the day, Comp City wouldn't be here without you. You obviously need customers to run a business. And ultimately, although we have an absolutely incredible community, we are a business. So it's something that we're always thankful for, that, we get our regulars, we get people who trust in what we do and get entering competitions. And that's what allows us to get competitions on the website. That's what allows us to do these big prizes, like over £20,000 cash. So, as I say, if you haven't seen this yet, I'm going to highlight this first before I go into quest ending, because it's absolutely huge. Not only can you win tech and cash instantly, so James over the weekend bagged one of the £2,500 that were available, has already been paid out. So James, if you're watching, huge congratulations on your win. There's a load of five grand cash left to find and win. There's tech in here that you can find and win. But ultimately, the main prize that you're playing for on this one, it's the New Year, New Me comp. It's 20, so we've done a play on words with 2026. The main prize is for £20,000 so £20,260. Let's say that we could very well be sending to one of you in chat right now. As long as you've got a ticket, you've got a chance. It's 69p to play. You could win instantly, but if you don't, you've still got that main prize at play, which is £20,000 to £20,260. Sorry. Huge comp. We got a 5090 gaming PC. There's some other goodies ending on Thursday, so we'll add a little bit more to these as well to, bring the comps up to like 9 comps or something. You've got the new Pokemon Lego. A lot of you were asking for the telescope, which is doing not that great. So if you want a telescope, get your entries in. We got the Samsung TV up for grabs, some more Lego, the Bamboo Lab bundle, more Pokemon stuff on here as well. So how we doing, Ron? You good? Get your entries in. That's what she said. And I'll catch up with chat in a second. Just getting distracted by random comments. Happy New Year, Darla and Gemma and everybody else in here that maybe missed us over the Christmas New Year period. A belated Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, of course. What have we done? So you kind of know what we are, who we are. In fact, I'm going to use this competition, so the 20 New Year, New Me, the £20,260 comp, to show you how you can enter a competition. So first and foremost, find a competition that you want to enter in for. Obviously, I'm going to be using this as an example, but the same applies. You know, the same logic applies to every comp that you may want to enter in on our website. But it's 69p to play for this particular comp. Select how many tickets you want to go in for, and then go through the checkout process. Once you've completed payment, you're going to be met with a thank you for your order page. That'll outline obviously what you spent on that particular order and what the website is randomly allocated to you in terms of your ticket numbers. If you're entering an instant win competition, which is, as I say, normally in the title of every comp, but there's also what we call an instant win table underneath, which is updated in real time, by the way. So what would have happened, for example, for Melissa, she would have gone through the checkout process, completed payment, and was lucky enough that the website had given her ticket number 104470. Same would have happened for James, and obviously in his case there, we owed him £2,500. So on that thank you for your order page, it'll outline what you've won and with what ticket number if you've got an instant win. If you miss that prompt, however, don't panic. You'll also be sent an instant win email which will confirm what you've won and with what ticket number. That'll follow it for you as well, and that'll contain a claim form there for you that you can use to obviously claim your prize. So that's how you enter a competition. I've already talked through what we are in terms of as a business, and I've also given you a brief introduction into who we are as a team. Now, anything that you might be unsure of, or if you're a little bit shy and you don't know to ask questions whilst we're live, we do have an FAQ on the website you can go through that covers a wide range of topics, and you can always message us on Facebook, Instagram, or drop us an email if you're ever unsure of anything. As I say, we're very responsive as a company, and we like to make sure that we're still in touch with our customers. So yeah, if you have any questions, you can most certainly ask. So what we do currently for our live draws, how do we pick our winners? So chat, we've got our entry list tab here on the website. We pre-publish all entry lists before the comp, before we draw for them. So Reason comps close at 8 PM currently, and we go live at 9, as it gives me a chance to get or us a chance, I would say, to get the entry list on the website for you. So you can open these up. This is from the last draw. It'll show you what we're drawing for, total amount of tickets that should have sold, and the cost. Now, because we guarantee every single draw, if a competition doesn't sell out, as we can see here, this didn't sell out, you are going to see missing ticket numbers on the entry list. Obviously, if a comp doesn't sell out, not all of the ticket numbers are going to be there. So this starts at, doesn't even start at 1, starts at 2, jumps to 5, from 6 to 9, and then 10 to 30, as you can see. That's how it's going through. Now, what do we do to pick our winners? We use Google's RNG, which stands for Random Number Generator. Now, chat, I am not drawing anything on this pre-live other than doing the little spinny wheel, which is separate. But to show you how RNG works, I need some example numbers from you in chat. Any number range, because as I say, I'm not using specific entry lists or anything on this. Now, doing Alexia, you good? Steve-o. Nothing yet, Alexia. I've just gone through the process of letting people know how it works, and obviously introductions and stuff. Just waiting for some numbers. Lego Minis Tirith in June. It's a bit too far away for us to put that up. So, as you know, as I say, if we've been here, anyone who's been here a while, when it comes to pre-orders, we don't really like to do stuff that far in advance. I know for some that might sound counterintuitive, but for a competition website, I think it's important that when you've won your prize, you should be able to receive it within a decent amount of time. Now, obviously, our terms and conditions say that you can have your prize within 7 days. It's what we aim for, of course, for anything that we can is readily in stock or via our supplier. But also, our kind of take on it is, say you win something tonight, but you've then got to wait 6 months for it. or 5 months, depending on when that's actually released. You might even forget that you've won something. And so it's sort of like, yeah, so we try and do things sort of closer to the time. I will make a note of that, though. So I got that, the Minas Tirith. Minas, did I spell that right? M-I-N-A-S, wasn't it? Yeah, M-I-N-A-S. There we go. But we'll have a look closer to the time. You know, we'll probably do it in, like, if it's coming out in June, we would probably do something for it in May. And stuff like that. We did the same with the Switch 2s, for example. So we needed to make sure how many that we could actually get in play first before putting those up as comps. As long as we could get something secured, then that's absolutely fine. You'll see them as comps before they're released. But for high value, high sought after items, it's always handy to see what we can get in stock first before, you know, we put them on the website. Because at the end of the day, we need to be able to fulfill, you know, the prizes that we put on the website. I saw the Happy New Year. Andy, good luck on the PC comp. You're looking there to win a PC. We've got PCs on the website. It could be multiples at any one time. Like today, there's technically 4 chances to win a PC currently, if you include the 3 that are ending today, plus the 5090 gaming PC. In fact, there's more than that, because if you go on the 5090 PC, there are chances to win 5070 gaming PCs instantly as well. And there's still currently 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 5070 gaming PCs that you can find and win instantly on this comp. Just 35p to play. Anything else I missed in chat? You talking amongst yourselves? Did you do freebies on the pre-live? I've always done freebies on the pre-live. It's never stopped, so you always get your chance to win store credits on the pre-live. That we do. Yeah, you at least get the spinning wheel store credit on the pre-live. Got to go, apparently. I can't cook and watch a live at the same time, and I'm burning my fish cakes. See what the mid draw. No worries, Jade. Take care. I like that. Right, let's get some numbers in from chat then. So what we got? I can see someone's putting a 7. That was Alexia. And then we've got Steve Barlow with 32150. So basically, this is showing you an example of how we would pick our winners in a live draw. Obviously, I'm going to have the number range of the. So for example, this one, I would put between 1. No, don't put your numbers in yet. I put between 1 and 800 here, for example, hit generate. But this is, I'm using your numbers from chat as an example so we can get a feel for how RNG works. So imagine this is a competition that I'm drawing for. I'm simply going to line it up with generate. Click this button. And each time that I do, as you can see, it's going to randomly find a number between that number range. Now, if we land on an unsold number, all I'm going to do is come back to the screen, keep hitting generate until we find all of our winners. So nice and simple. There we go. That's basically it. I've sort of covered all bits. I'll go through what we're drawing for in a moment this evening. I'm typing along with it. Yeah, quite tired. I'm with you there, Alexia. Quite tired today. As I say, I arrived back last night, but it was still quite a long, because it was quite an intense, amazing weekend. And the gig started at like 7:30. I don't think we got out of there until close to 11, so it was quite a long gig. They had Berry tomorrow as a support band. Orgasm was another, but they were, I think the singer was ill, so they didn't come on stage. And then Electric Callboy, which were, yeah, what a fantastic band to see live. Yeah, games and stuff, we do any high-end popular games you'll see on the website. Like we did a load for Shadow, we've done a load for Black Ops, we did a load for Battlefield, Arc Raiders and stuff like that. So you'll quite often see sort of high-end, sort of in terms of like AAA titles and stuff on there, or we'll do bundles for things like that. So yeah, you'll more than likely see pre-orders and stuff for those games up, because you know they're easy to get hold of. Worst case scenario, they're the one item that we can sometimes do a cash equivalent for, because we can send you the money so you can order it on your own account. But if we can get the physical stuff in, we'll do that as well. How doing, Needsy? Matthew boy, yeah, I've not seen you in chat for a while. How's your running going? You still doing your running? Hope you're keeping well. Was it Bants? Yeah, there were some very funny comments, Swansky. As I say, we reached out to the company in question for who employs it. They've dealt with it again internally. So we've just removed that post now, just to, you know, any animosity and stuff is gone. We've tried to deal with it. It was something that was dealt with privately first. So I don't know if there was an Aaron Tidsel, I think, got the wrong end of the stick and was threatening a 1-star Trustpilot review because apparently we were cheeky for challenging a 1-star review. That wasn't the case. The context was this person commented on an advert, which was, and works for an advertising agency, by the way. It was on their profile. So we challenged that, just saying, you know, is this some behavior you condone? And also the way they challenged the advert didn't make any sense, because it was just, for those of you who've seen our adverts, when we post about winners, it doesn't say anything about a specific thing that you can win. It's just someone might be holding, in this case it was Warhammer, someone might be holding Warhammer, someone might be winning PC, someone might be holding a console or cash or something. And this person was just very arrogant in how they responded to the advert, and so that was challenged, sorted with privately. And then that same person, I think, has obviously had a speaking to from their boss that we discussed, and then today left as a 1-star Trustpilot review, obviously on Trustpilot, and also a 1-star review on Google. So that's why it was posted, and we then reached out to the company again just to be like, you know, do you condone this behavior? So there was definitely some funny comments from our community. As I say, I think Aaron didn't read the initial post correctly. Was, as I say, threatening another 1-star Trustpilot review, but you can't please everybody. But at the same time, the bottom line is, we're fully aware that we can't please everybody, but we're a company, we're a private company. So, you know, myself and Ray started this 5 years ago. We're a family-run business, and if you want to take the piss, I'll just say, if you want to take the piss on adverts and stuff like that, that's where we're not a huge corporation. We don't, as I say, if you're sort of not being polite on an advert, then we'll be abruptly polite. You're not, you know, there's certain things we can't say. You're not going to get sworn at and stuff like that. Obviously, we've got to be professional in some manner, but keyboard warriors won't win either. At the end of the day, we're a passionate company. We've got a huge community behind us. We built this from the ground up. We love what we do. So if you come in swinging saying scams this, scams that, adverts are shit, and you work for an advertising agency, and actually the advert is really good, it's performing really well, which is, is another irony, you will get challenged. And I think that's important. At the end of the day, why should we allow people like that to come in and spoil it for others and stuff? So yeah, that's all that happened. And then as I say, we've spoken to the other company now, and just out of respect, there's a case of removing it because it's been dealt with again. That person since removed their Trustpilot review. We're just waiting to see if the Google one drops now, which could take a little while, but it is what it is. How you doing, Neppy? You good? I am done in the day, did you say, Lisa? Yeah, this is vodka. This is Pandaren 5. This is what happens when you deal with idiots. You have to have a pint of vodka. I'm joking. This is actually filtered water. Oh. Some people be salty. Yeah. Spent $500,000 to someone. You did. It was the same. That was to Aaron Tidsdale. That was. Could be contractor. That's even in more bad taste if they're with a competitor. But it is, like, again, it is what it is. You can't please everybody. However, when you're going at a business that is run like with passion, like we don't have like bots and stuff in play. The only thing we have is obviously auto replies in our inbox, but you get a human response within a reasonable time from either myself, Mum, or Ray. Same with our emails and stuff like that as well. It's like, you know, if you want to poke the bear and you want to make things public, then yeah, we'll have a chat with you on there and sort of correct you, because at the end of you get the knee-jerk reaction, but oh, you're a scam, you're this, that, the other. Your photos are AI, and it's like, mate, there's plenty of evidence to show that it's not. There's plenty of evidence that we're not a scam. We always point them in the direction of our community. People are more than welcome to do their research. They're welcome to check Companies House, Trustpilot, Google, join our Facebook or Discord community to actually ask that question. Like, you know, is because we're all one for skepticism. It's good to be careful, but do your research before leaving silly comments. That's the be all and end all of it. And if you leave a silly comment, you're gonna get a what's the I can't say it. I can say it, but if you're gonna F around, F around and find out, isn't it, you know? So yeah. No judgment here. I've got a beer. I might have a beer on the live draw actually. I've got a couple of Duvals left, so I might have those. Poked a bit. Ooh, matron. But no, as I say, myself and Ray are passionate. We had to be a lot more careful when we first started, of course, because, you know, people don't know you at that stage. But the moment that, you know, we've built enough of a foundation of trust now with thousands and thousands of winners, because what people don't see, for example, is like they'll look at a winners page, and yeah, of course, not every single winner sends in a photo. Not everyone's comfortable having their photo in a public space. That's fine. Not everybody leaves a review. So as I say, in terms of that, again, fine. But we've got such a reputation in play now via Trustpilot, Google, our live draws, how we operate them, our community speaks for itself, that if you're going to come in swinging silly accusations, yeah, you're just going to get batted back out. So it's fine. It's the way it works. The world works. And me and Ray welcome skepticism, but have a delve into it a little bit first. Don't just be like, scam. Like, have a look. Like, even look at our terms and conditions. So if you're kind of lurking now and on the fence, and I think the way in which we interact with you via this space, so when like myself and Ray are live, or I do the pre-lives and the live draws, you know, it's not something that we sugarcoat. We like to actually get involved with you guys and have a conversation and sort of build that rapport and stuff. And I think it's one of the reasons that, you know, we are successful as a business, is because of how we treat our customer base. But also, I know people quite appreciate how we deal with the trolls as well. And it's sometimes me and Ray are like this. When it comes to a troll, ooh, let's decompress and release some stress on these MFs. I still think you're sus. All right, Lisa. No worries. Yeah, too much work for him sometimes. I get that, Nick. Oh, funny. All right, let's talk about what's ending today then, chat. So today we have the low odds Chill Blast PC. So this is an RTX 5070 gaming PC build, or £1,000 cash. It is $14.99 an entry, but that means there's only 240 total tickets should it sell out. So really, really good odds. And obviously, if a comp doesn't sell out, you've got even better odds in play as well, because we guarantee every single draw. 5p to play is the low, so we've gone for a low odds and a low price. So 5p to play an RTX 5060 Ti gaming PC, or £800 cash, 5p to play. We reduced the price on the Gabe PC, so that's including the Steam Deck, the headset, the pad and wireless keyboard. So perfect little media center, perfect little build to go on your desk if you need a second PC for streaming, for example. 18 pence to play, under 50% sold, so really, really good odds on that. So an insane odds to win a PC today anyway. We got the Nintendo Switch 2 at 10 pence an entry. These do really well normally, so we put up another one because the other one sold out early, so they're extremely popular, so we popped up another one. Around that 60% sold mark, which still means there's some pretty decent odds to be had on that one. 10p to play is the Steam Deck OLED 512 versus the ROG Ally Xbox, or 350 quid cash. Choice is yours there. We've got the 500 entries into, so this particular comp here will give you 500 entries into this. Now, the main prize is a chance to win a PS5 Pro with a disc drive, but there are loads of chances to win a PS5 disc edition or a PS5 digital edition console instantly, and we'll give you entries into that. By the way, that's just 50p to play if you want to play it outside of this competition. We got the Sword and Shield Lost Origin ETB, £2 an entry. Our ETBs normally do, as I say, do really, really well. This is £2 an entry and is closing at 8 p.m. Is around that sort of, what, 65? That's probably about 75% sold nearly, actually. So doing really well there. We've got the Cryo Glow Scare Your Postman, or £210 cash alternative. 35p to play. A little under 50% sold, but again, guaranteed draw. And for all of you darts fans out there, we've got the Winmau PDC Surround set as well. That's 50p to play, and just under 50% sold. Everything that I've gone through is closing at 8 p.m. this evening, with or without you, and is a guaranteed draw. I've already touched base on the PC. Again, chat, just to refresh, if you're just joining, so seeing the numbers have jumped up a little bit in terms of who's watching. If you haven't seen already, there's a chance to win £20,260 as a main prize on this competition, but there's also £77,000 worth of instant wins to find, from £5 cash to find a win instantly, to consoles, to mobile phones, to store credit, to cash, all that you could find and win instantly. And any tickets that you have in that will also go towards the end prize of £20,260. So you only need one ticket to win, but more tickets equals more chances. But in that same breath, please play responsibly and enjoy your time here at Comp City. We've also got the stuff that's ending Thursday, so the new Lego from Pokemon there. So we've got the Lego Venusaur, Charizard and Blastoise. Pre-order of 400 quid cash. We've got the telescope, the TV, the Creel House Lego, the Lucario ETB, and the Bamboo Lab bundle, which is the P2S and A1 combo together, and those are ending on Thursday. As I say, we'll get some more comps on the website shortly, especially for changeover, so we'll get that sorted for you. Don't tell me to enjoy myself, I'll do what I want. Lisa, how many pints have you had today? Who put 50p in you? Got the little princess's birthday next month. Got anything planned for it, Gemma? I got the Chill Blast and the Leviathan booked in. Nice. Good luck, Steve-O. That Leviathan PC mind is nice, mind. I love the colour scheme on this. Bloody lovely, mate. 35p. I like what they've done with the glass. 5090. But also chances to win the 5070 gaming PC or £1,000 cash. Flippin' beautiful, like. Beautiful PC, isn't it? Beautiful, like. Beautiful. Loads. I can claim I'm back for my son. I'm on a stim today. There's a lot of noise going on. That, or you're probably tired. I find that I stim quite a bit when I'm tired. Like, things catch me and I'm like, I can't outreact. Or hyper. Hyper. Do. See? I knew, from fellow crazy to fellow crazy. The adhood is real. Might have passed out by then, but really hope bag of PC. My old potato is officially dead now. It was running DDR3. DDR3, flippin' heck. Jesus. That was a potato. Crazy. But hopefully you get an update. As I say, we do try and call main prize winners live. And we'll likely phone for the PC. Yeah, we'll definitely phone for these two, I would say. We'll see what we feel like. Definitely this one. So the Gabe Cube we'll call for today. And potentially the 5070 PC. We'll see what the time's like, because we're aware that obviously phoning late, some people won't answer, but it's worth a little go, isn't it? Worth a little go. Lunch and dinner, and then her favourite day out. What is it? Favourite day out, and she picks one of each. That's cool. I like that's a good little idea. Interactive for her as well, and then yeah, I like that. I remember my phone call. You couldn't stop laughing. Don't worry about that. Why lads would ignore me? Just the joys of the brain. Brain just tries to fire on cylinders that it doesn't have when you're tired, I guess. Right, Chat, let's do the final breakdown then, shall we? Here's another Stim releaser. You've probably got that saved in like notes now, really. You can call me at midnight if it means I've won a PC, Nicholas says. Muscle memory then for later. Ooh, after all the dancing I did on Saturday, my neck's like, what are you doing? Oh, now it feels nice that I've done it a few more times. Anyway, so this is the part of the pre-live that I like to call it's the final breakdown. Final breakdown, chat, is everything under competitions ending is closing at 8 PM with or without you. So if you're new here, comps will close regardless of ticket sales. We guarantee every draw, which means if a comp doesn't sell out or is very undersold, it just means even better odds for those of you that have managed to get some tickets into that comp. So we got the low odds RTX 5070 gaming PC or £1,000 cash, which is only 240 total tickets, which is why the cost is $14.99 an entry. Looks to be insane odds because again, if it doesn't sell out, just means even better odds for those involved. We got the 5p to enter RTX 5060 Ti gaming PC or £800 cash. Quite a bit under 50% sold as well. There's the Gabe Cube, so it's our little spin on the Steam machine that's due for release some point this year, which includes a Steam Deck, the G435 headset. There's a gamepad as well as a wireless keyboard as well. So it's a cool little media center, cool little gaming system, backup PC if you're streaming. Like there's so much you could do for it because it's a decent size as well. It's you know, you could put it under your desk on top of another PC, providing you're not blocking any fans. It's a good bit of kit. 18 pence to enter. 10p to play for the Nintendo Switch 2 with Pokemon Legends ZA, the Steam Deck OLED 512GB or ROG Ally Xbox or 350 quid cash. 500 entries into the PlayStation 5 competition that we've got. So basically what it'll do is we'll give you a code that gives you 500 tickets into this, which will give you essentially 500 chances at the main prize, but you've also got chances to win 350 quid cash, or I can't remember what was the cash out for. The other one's 250. Yeah, so either 250 quid cash or a digital version of the PS5, or 350 quid cash and a disc version of the console. Main prize is a PlayStation 5 Pro with disc drive as well, which is lovely. Where was I? That's why. Cute little build, and this one was built in-house. Really, really cool build. I'm impressed with this. Really cool build. Lovely. Bibla cooler. Lovely weather. Yeah, nice bit of kit. Lovely. Where to get to 500 entries into? So, Pokemon TCGs, it's the Sword and Shield Lost Origin ETB at £2 an entry. You've got the Shark Cryo Glow or £210 cash, 35p to play. And then we've got 50p to play is the Wimau PDC Surround set as well. Dart stuff seems to be doing okay. I know it's the first time that we've been doing it, but we would like to sort of increase some of these bundles and put like scores and stuff in them, and yeah, so you'll see that hopefully in the coming weeks or months then as well. Pokemon, you little bastard. You knew exactly what you were doing. Put that in chat. I'm gonna ban you, Raven. Ban you. Oh, you bitch. I love it though. I love the I love the little minefield you leave in chat for me. You feel free to call me anytime I win something. Keep your phones on. Danny King just entered New Year, New Me comp. Danny, mate, good luck. Insane. I'm so excited for that competition. Cash doesn't always do fully well for us generally, but we would love, me and Ray were talking, and we said it on the live actually, we would love to be able to do like big cash prizes regularly, like, you know, 10 grand every week or 20 grand every month or something, you know, or it'd be amazing. So make sure to get involved on things like that, because it would be awesome to be able to deliver that for you and make, you know, 10 grand for a lot of people just goes towards the deposit of a mortgage. It can clear debt, it can buy a new car or go towards a new car. And 20 grand, again, you're getting that same sort of freedom. Obviously anything else than that, we'd love to do bigger cash prizes and stuff. So get your entries in and good luck. I was trying so hard. I'm like, behave, I won't type it, I won't type it. But no one wants money. Nipper, we've only just started doing dart stuff, so we don't dive into stuff. We like to do things sort of and build them up. So if we get enough interest, then obviously we'll do the lighting, we'll do the surrounds that actually, so as you throw them, it'll scan and let you know what you've, you know, what you've scored and stuff. I'd love to do stuff like that. I've seen the sensors and stuff you can set up, and I've got a few very knowledgeable people who play darts for varying teams and stuff in our local area or support tournaments and stuff. So as and when, you know, we'll be consistent, because I do, as I say, especially with darts the way it is now, a lot of people want to get into it. So it's something that you'll see in the coming weeks or so as well. Like, we'd love to get some more dart stuff on the website, which I think is good. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, the reason I say that, so we did what did we do? We did the Legendary Tech Bundle, which was like just over 10 grand's worth of tech with an £8,000 tax-free cash alternative. And then we did, all right, it had instant wins. And then we did 10, although the 10 grand, yeah, the 10 grand cash had instant wins as well. So the 10 grand cash had instant wins of like up to 500 quid, I think it was. Anything from 50 quid up to £500 that you could find and win instantly. There were a few thousands in there. I can't remember the instant win table now. Either way, it was 49p to play for 10 grand cash, and it just did not do that well. And that's it. You guaranteed the end prize was 10 grand cash, and people just didn't want to play. Don't know why. Just crazy. Oh, the rerolls. The rerolls were crazy. The rerolls were crazy. So yeah, I've gone through the final breakdown to say there's stuff for you to get your entries in on the website as is. We'll try and get as much listed as we can to get on the website for switch over. But as I say, it'll probably be a case of listing comps in the next sort of 24 to 48 hours as well. So keep an eye on the site for the fresh stuff. To be fair, me and Ray are quite decent at listing now anyway. Obviously. My centre gaze for me for the youngest possibly ADHD, and my son's convinced I am. Thing is, a lot of adhood, the ADHD is undiagnosed until like later years. Worth doing if you can get it. Because even if you don't go down the medication route, it's really good to kind of understand your brain and why things are happening. So you might even know or have a good sense that, hang on, I'm kind of wired a bit differently here, and I think of things differently, or you might adjust the things differently, or maybe you're quite word associated and it causes you to say stuff out loud and things like that. But getting a diagnosis certainly helps your mind settle with, oh, well, that makes sense why I dealt with this that way, and that makes sense why I was hyper here, or I was doing this, you know. So it is it's definitely worth looking into. For sure. For sure. Right, chat, let's give you, the audience, a chance to win some store credit. Now, how this works, chat, some of you already know, and I'm going to see numbers appearing in chat anyway. But for those of you that are new here, or maybe you're lurking and you want a chance to win some store credit to spend on our website, then get involved. All you need to do is give me a number between 1 and 75. How it works is I only want one number per person, by the way. No swapping or changing that number. And I'll spin the wheel 5 times. If I land on you, great, you've won £10 store credit. If I land on somebody that shares a number with you, I'll split that store credit between you. It's all part of the fun. Outside of that, if we find a winner, or maybe 2 winners, I'll play a game of what I call higher and lower with a deck of cards, which I'll explain in a bit more depth if someone, as I'm waiting for someone to decide if they want to play or not, and you'll get a feel for that as well. But basically it gives you a chance to win more store credit, or maybe you walk away with a little less. But it's a fun little game that I play that people seem to enjoy, and that's why I've kept it in the pre-lives. The thing is, a lot of people are, especially what I mean, me and Ray are 36. So, like, our generation was the generation from, obviously, we were like just kind of that last bit where we were, you know, just as the internet started coming in and stuff. And, you know, our brains are wired up for like dopamine hits and stuff. And there's things like that at play. But just knowing sometimes helps. I wasn't sure if it would. I'll be honest with you, I was like, oh, well, I'm not sure, but now I've done a lot more research into ADHD and stuff as well. It certainly helped, because there were times like, again, so some of you have been here long enough that sometimes we've talked about mental health, and we're very open here, and I think it's important to have these discussions, especially if you're unsure of where your mind's at and stuff. So one thing I've learned with ADHD, for example, is that sometimes you might not process something until like weeks or months after. So you might have dealt with a situation, you think you're okay, and very often you are okay, but because your brain is so fast wired, you've done it, you think you've dealt with it, you then get like a deficit in play, or like a reaction delay later on, and you might wake up and go, oh, why do I feel like crap today? Why am I feeling so quiet? Because your brain is probably still processing something in the emotions that you didn't really allow yourself to process last time. So there's that side of things of understanding ADHD, and it makes you, you know, kind of be kinder to yourself and allow yourself certain situations, or the frustration of the simple thing is, oh, where did I put the car keys? Where did they go? Why did they disappear? Like, they should be in a place and they're not, because your brain's put them somewhere else, you know? There's so many layers to it. Like for myself, I'm not on medication myself, but finding out about it, it's made me, and then it helps you like look back and go, oh, this is why this was like this in school, and this is why this was like this in relationships or friendships and stuff like that. And understanding yourself a lot more certainly helps, because then going forward, you're like, oh, well, this is why I feel this way, and this is why that might happen, and oh, I know I'm going to process things this way, or maybe I'm feeling overwhelmed because there's this, and this. But there's other ways and means then to sort of navigate it, because it is a case of navigation, and also it can be a superpower. As much as you can be distracted by the simplest things, and I like to describe myself as the dog from Up more often than not, where the dog's having a conversation with the collar and it's like, squirrel, and then looking away. So yeah, it's definitely help me sort of alleviate certain things in my mind. So I'd say if you can, although, you know, you might already know, but if you don't know from a medical standpoint, as I say, it just helps level things off a bit, I find, massively. And again, the key point is, or what I've taken from it, is I can be kinder to myself of certain days, because I'm like, oh, actually, this is probably why I'm feeling this way, or why this has happened, and then you can adjust it. Certainly understanding yourself better goes a long way. It's a long way. So it's good. But I've learned, and in fact, finding out about it has helped me accept, like I just saw Lisa's comment, accepted my weird. Like, I've enjoyed it. Like, I can now actually like that part, because it used to be frustrating. And for some people, if you're like what people call like a normie or normal, your mind works like a normal person. Sometimes people like us can be draining for normal people. But if you're in an environment with people who are neurodivergent, so ND, it's like a lot of my friendship group was definitely like in that range, and it's so funny because our conversations are just boom, 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 but we all understand each other and we know what's going on, and it's like, oh, okay, so it makes sense. Like, you should hear me and Ray talk. If we go off on so many tangents, or my other like friendship circle stuff, it's I would love in some ways to be a fly on the wall with like a normal brain in terms of like normal social skills and how my brain perceives things. And it must be absolutely insane to see. It must be like one of the thing from Always Sunny in Philadelphia, where he's got all the conspiracy signs and stuff on. That's like a general day-to-day conversation. Not to mention the conversations that your mind's going through in your mind's eye, like, you know, you're analyzing textures and smells and sounds and stuff as you're still having a conversation with somebody in front of you. It's insane, but I love it. I've learned to enjoy those moments now. And like I say, it can be a superpower. You can pick up on things that most people might not want to and stuff. And yeah. Well, I had the luxury of I've got to meet Raven in person. and she came to Wales recently, and we were trying to talk on this walk, but she had this. Oh, I can't even remember what the saying was, but she had this soundbite that every time her phone went off, it would go, and we just kept laughing outside of the conversation because the text tone was going off, and we just randomly going do whatever it was. I've lost track now. I had a feeling we couldn't say it if it's what I think it is. Like, it's not just NSFW. But we're like trying to have a conversation, and one of us would just say the thing. It's just me and Ray do it. And like certain things will happen, or like you get locked into something else. It's funny. Why do you need assessment at your age? Help me understand. That's the thing. Yeah, I was one of them people like, why do you need an assessment and stuff? But just helps, honestly, from someone who's gone through the process, someone who's been, essentially, and I know Ray said the same, like he feels like he understands himself better. And although, I'm not putting myself in the box, Ray's not putting himself in the box, but now we've both been diagnosed and had our assessment, it's like things make more sense, and we allow more time for those things to make sense, and we're aware of it. Like if we interrupt each other now, we're like, oh, sorry, like what were you saying? And just little things like that. And I think an assessment does help, especially when, like, God, we're in our 30s now, so to have all of that time thinking, is something wrong, what's going on, and to kind of know, it helps you tie all of those like loose ends up that might be niggling you. Anyway, that's my TED talk. But we are very open here. We've spoken about mental health and stuff in the past, and we've actually had some really deep conversations on pre-lives and live draws and stuff and what have you. And we're more than happy to have those conversations, especially when we've got the time to do so. So. Yeah, I'm not just say Richie. I zoned out. What was it? Yeah, disassociation. That's another thing. Man, you just tune out for a second. But yeah, anyone who's watching that's on the fence, and you might think that, I don't know, a loved one might have it, and they're toying with the idea of going for an assessment, or if you yourself have got it. Again, this is not medical advice. I'm not a medical professional, so I'll put that disclaimer out there. Just speaking from experience with. If you're in a position that you can get an assessment, I would say from experience it does help if you're in that. But if you're not quite sure how your mind's working and you think that you want to get checked about something, I would say go for it. 100%. I found the TV remote in the fridge previously. Didn't realise about it. Yeah, I think there's potential that there's autistic tendencies for myself as well, so there is that. But yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. That's what I can see. I'm just making sure I can see all the numbers. I can still see Lisa's because there's been a bit of chat. What I'll do the spinny wheel. I'll catch up with chat after. Where did it stop? I think Haley on 22, Gemma did 4. Got Chris back, so we got a mix now where we were talking about the adhood. So I think I just don't want to make sure I miss anyone. Who else was it? Andrew with 67. So it's a little bit mixed up. So I'm gonna spin the wheel. That counts, yeah. The thing is, what there's a lot of cross things. So like you know, random noises can be signs of Tourette syndrome. However, ADHDers do it as well. I do random sounds. I do like popping sounds or clicking or tapping of the leg. There's so many things that you can do that can be like cross-reference. But the overall, I'm hugely in the adhood category. Right, 60, anybody in chat with 60, and then I will catch up with the rest of chat. So I don't want to ignore anything that you might have said that's important to you, but I'm also aware of time, and I'm also aware of trying to find a winner, and then I'll go through chat just in case there's any important points. So don't feel that I'm not going to go through them, because we do try it. That's the one thing here, we like to have a little chin wag with our community. Accents, I can do some really well, I can do some really crap, but my brain likes to flow in and out of accents. If you've not watched a live draw or a pre-live before, you'll notice I flick through like varying accents on a sixpence. Right, nobody with 60. $67. have a 67? I think his numbers are so scattered now. But I will be scanning through here. I think we did. Yes, we did have a 67. So Andrew McClure, is that how you say it? McClure. Just making sure nobody else is sharing their number. See, dedication that was, and I used my superpower to scan through everyone's messages to scan for a number. Yeah, Andrew, you've bagged yourself £10. And oh, hang on, Ms. Lizzie. Ms. Lizzie, where? Was that? Is that someone else who's won it as well? Because I've not seen. So Ms. Lizzie says me. Why can't I see it? Just need to sanity check that, Lizzie. I'm looking for the bit you commented on cotton buds in the fridge. I just saw that as well. I'm just scanning for Twitch comments. So I've only seen 167, which is from Andrew. Did you put it in a sentence or on its own, Liz? I'm literally scanning for Twitch comments now. But I also trust Lisa, and I also trust you. So... Yes, I got it. Got it, Lizzie. Got it. So that's 2. We got Ms. Lizzie Cannell, and we've got Andrew. So you guys, if you're watching, so boosh. So game of higher or lower. Andrew, if you're still watching, Lizzie, I can see that you're still watching. Yes, Matthew, shut it. Stop it. I will ban you. Do you want to play a game of higher or lower? Now, basically, higher or lower is I shuffle a deck of cards. Whoever decides to play, I'll show them the top cards. That, by the way, you're both on a 5 now. Basically, with higher or lower, if you win a game of higher or lower, so I'll show you the deck of cards, not the deck, the top of the deck. You say higher or lower. If you win, I'll let you walk away with a £10 store credit. If you lose, you'll walk away with 0 because you know, you don't have the £10 to play with. Andrew wants to play. Nice. Lizzie, let me know what you want to do. However, I've left the jokers in the deck, so if I show you a joker, I'll add £5 to your total balance anyway. So you both want to play. So we got Andrew first. I'm going to do Andrew first. Don't take that as an innuendo, Andrew. It's not an invitation. Andrew, top of the card is 10. So Andrew, would you like to go higher or lower than a 10? I like that, Liam. I get what you did there. I'm in the deck. So higher or lower than a 10. As I say, if you lose, £0. If you win, £10. So I'll basically put you back up to what your deck. No, I don't get it either. So Andrew wants to go lower. Come on. Be kind. Yeah, boy. So Andrew, I owe you £10 store credit. Nice. So instead of having the £5, you've technically got your tenner back, which is lovely jubbly. Andrew, if you can do me a favour, drop me a message on the Facebook or Instagram business page with the email that's linked to your account. What I can do then is top up your wallet for you. And we'll sort that out. And Lizzie wants to play. So I'm going to reshuffle. Keep it fair. Oh, I folded one over. Whoop. I think, to make sure there's nothing else in it. I folded 2 over, did I? Yeah, I did. Boosh. Right. Little shuffle. There we go. So, Lizzie, do you want to go higher or lower than a 9? Higher or lower than a 9? Oof, that's a bit of a tough one. So is 10, actually, because it's quite high up in the deck. By the way, I treat the king as the highest and the ace is the lowest. Lizzie wants to go lower. Come on. Give us 2 tenors. Ah, balls. Nope. 1 higher as well. God darn it. Middle finger to the to the deck. God damn it. Lost it. You were right. Let me have a quick cat before I sign off, because there were some comments when we were talking about assessments and stuff as well. So I want to just make sure that everyone was not missed on that way far, because Restream does cover quite a bit. Barlow Squeaky My ADHD brain is a nightmare to deal with. Theirs. 100%. Son is also has dyspraxia and hypermobility, and I had no clue about any of it until his diagnosis, so things just seemed normal to me. Going on mental health, made a big step end of last year and referred myself to health in mind and recognizing I need help. It's always okay not to be okay, never a problem. Mate, and that's the way things. So, the main thing, like, we're massive advocates of mental health here in Com City. It affects pretty much everybody. I don't think there's anybody out there that's not had something, whether it's trauma, whether it's just general, you just an anxious person, or you're depressed for whatever reason. There's a lot of it about, especially in this generation, because, you know, the way everything runs, I think it's just easy to get into. You know, you're not running out in a field, you know, looking after animals and horses anymore. You're flipping stuck behind screens and what have you, and in varying sort of jobs and stuff that sort of require sort of that yeah, it can just cause certain issues. So that's absolutely fine. And the main thing is talking about it is a huge thing. Accepting it as well is another. That can be a big thing. So if you're in, I know sometimes if you're in denial of a situation, that can make it worse. So having those conversations with close ones, or in your case, like you said, you've stepped up and you've gone through the process of using mind to facilitate, like having someone to talk to, I think that's extremely important. Absolutely massive. So kudos for you, Liam. Absolutely massive. Try the fridge for the keys. Legit done that myself after going for a food shop. I like that. I saw Lisa's comment, remember that, I accepted my weird. I didn't realise I might also be autistic ADHD until I had my son who is autistic, which it feels like I can hear every single person in the place. I don't like it, but most of the time it's fun in my head. Yeah, so some places can be like, well, they call it overstimulated. You can get overwhelmed. So if a place is sometimes I cope all right in it, especially because I come from bar work. Bar work taught me a lot about myself. But in certain scenarios, when you're already going through 1,000 thoughts a minute about how the place smells, looks, cleanliness, like all sorts, like is there too many twanging in there? Is there too many coffees clanging? Is there too much conversation? And other stuff is going on. I'm like, So yeah, there can be that as well. But then sometimes it can be fun. Very true. Is anyone normal? What even is normal? Anything else? I'll switch up 5 times when I saw that one. Totally get what you're saying, Scott. People keep saying YG. I remember reacting to that one. Remember Lisa Carter, PS no. Gimp for that. Anything else? I just say to Richie, sorry, I zoned out. What was that? A diagnosis helps you feel validated. Yeah, that's quite a good point to make. Not necessarily validated from, because it wasn't as such that, this is personal for me, so not me knocking what was said. So for myself, it wasn't necessarily validation. It was more so understanding why I may have reacted in certain situations or didn't react in certain situations, and understanding how my brain works. Like a big thing for me, like a fair few years ago actually, and with Mum, is that sometimes I struggle in a conversation, but if I'm slightly distracting myself by, I might be scrolling through something on my phone, I might be doodling, I can engage a lot more. So my mum used to find me quite ignorant if I was on my phone or doing something on my phone, whether it was work or what have you. But I would always be able to answer her questions or discuss like what she was talking about, which she then grew to learn that, oh, he's not being ignorant, he's not doing this. It's just my mind was wired differently in that moment, you know? So I think it's finding things like that people can discover about you. And to some from the outside, you can look ignorant, but you're actually listening. I like that. Thank you for joining today's TED Talk. We appreciate your time and input. Anything else I've missed? 36 I am, Gemma. Me and Ray turned 36 in September. My son is level 3 autism. He's 5 now, and I started him at 1 early intervention is everything. So is he? I'll be honest. I don't know too much about autism in terms of its levels and where it is. Is that like non-verbal level, or is that a just patterns and needing like regulation in terms of his time frames and stuff? I find it really interesting how the brain works. It's crazy. We spoke about issues and it was really appreciated, mate. Do you think we all have to redo the numbers? No, I manage with the numbers, Keita, as I'm sure you find out. My autism shows in my social skills. The other one as well that I've learnt about with stimming, yeah, the stimming's a massive one, but is masking. So a lot of us put a mask on and you're still you, but you're kind of pretending to fit in a certain environment, and you don't want to piss anybody off within, you know, XYZ of environments and stuff, and that. So sometimes being around people who understand it, it's really nice to have that mask off. Anything else? I think I'm caught up with all the important stuff. Haley, my son is currently squeaking the word chicken. Wakes up, the first he says is chicken. Lucky at 8, no swear words. He's got ADHD. We're going to try and remind him not to shout at school. Chicken. Okay, that's a funny story. I like that. I do like that. Anybody else? Or face first walk in a flat service. That's nothing we're going with. Anything else? I think that's it. Watching my son go through autism has definitely helped me understand my own neurodivergence. My sensory issues are just like his. That's nice as well. See, you're understanding yourself through your son, which I think is important. Because if you're seeing behaviours in your son that you see in yourself, then that helps you regulate as well, mind. I think that's important. That's why we love you guys. Never shy away from anything. It's so good having an amazing company. And yeah, we don't... What's the point in shying away? And what's the point? Like, at the end of the day, when it comes to customers and stuff like that, it's extremely important, I find, to have that interaction. And we're not for everybody. We're totally not for everybody. Some of our live draws can go on a little bit, or even this pre-live. We've been live for a little bit now, but I think it was quite important to talk about. And I wanted to get through this quite quickly because I need to do some post-admin stuff. However, you know, when we were touching base on mental health and stuff, we like to take time aside to talk about these things. So yeah. Getting back into Monday, Thursday lives has helped me out, to be fair. Thank you all in here, really. Thank you, Liam, for joining. I know you have fun in them as well, because you like to have a little laugh. Boosh. Good on you for showing. It's good to talk. Yeah, it's something we've done from day one, Matthew, and I think it's extremely important. Like, the mind, at the end of the day, we're all human. The mind, although can be a very powerful thing, is also a very... Whoa, we're just customers now. But the mind's a very powerful thing, but it can also be a very shitty place to be in the mind. Myself, Ray, Mum, Chris included, we've all been in some places in our mind that is difficult to get out of, and again, talking about it helps massively, and it's just... The thing is, we're in a society where it's talked about all the time, so why not give a bit back and give a bit more time back to our community? And I think it's important. So yeah, it's good. It's good to have these conversations. So I'm glad that it helps some of you. And as I say, it's something that we're not going to shy from and stuff like that. So, yosh! Well, chat, I'm going to love you and leave you. As I say, if you're new here, a huge warm welcome to Comp City Giveaways. Probably just giving you a taster for what there is normally a bit more structure than this if you're new here, but again, we will sometimes go off on tangents when they're quite important to talk about. But yeah, Alex, if you just drop me a message, I'll get your £10. You've probably already done it anyway. I'll get your £10 sorted. Yeah, can do. Yeah, of course. Mum's quite good with stuff like that. Mum's been through quite a bit and stuff. If we're on a busy period, so I would say, I don't want to put time frames on it directly, but just so for understanding, like Mondays and Thursdays are a busy time for us, and we will try and respond as best we can. But also, in the same breath, we are a competition website, and we have to figure out our own capacities, what we can and can't do and reply to. But I would never want to say shut down an inbox for that, because I think you've had conversations with me, you've had conversations with Mum in the inbox and stuff as well, so things are like that. And the other side of things as well is our community. So there's you could put it, we got a community chat in Discord. There's also our Facebook. So depending on obviously what your willingness is to share and stuff. There's obviously that option that you can, if you need to speak to someone there from our community. There's a lot of us I know that you know, inboxes and stuff are open. So yeah, as I say, and there have been those conversations that have happened and stuff as well, which is good. But as I say, the other side of things as well is use your local support, and in terms of your surrounding friends and family as well, because it's important to have varying aspects of support. That's something I've learned over the years as well. Actually, I can drop you a Discord link in now. I think Lisa had one a bit further up, if not, save me scanning for it. I've got it here. Is this it? Discord. Boosh. There you go. Get yourself in. So I'm going to love you and leave you, chat. We will be live from 9 p.m. Comps close at 8 p.m. So get your entries in if you haven't already. And again, if you've got a ticket, you've got a chance. All prizes have a guaranteed draw regardless of sellout. I'm going to make a cup of coffee, do a bit of listing, and then as in terms of like getting comps ready, and then I will be live from 9 p.m. with Rahan. So we'll be back. But chat, you're absolutely amazing. If you're not into tonight's draw, absolutely fine. Have an awesome evening, whatever you decide to get up to. But if you're joining us in the live draw, feel free to jump in. I know Liam will be there telling his dad jokes, and we shall see you shortly. Peace out, A-Town. Do 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 do.